Hi everybody, Russell Markham here from VectorVest. Uranium stocks. Uranium spot price has been surging. There's been a few issues around the world with supply, and a lot of businesses there are looking at more certain supply. There's issues around coal into the future. Is uranium the next fuel? I'm not here to debate whether you do or don't support uranium. I'm just simply here to support the idea, at least show it to you, that uranium spot prices are surging, and therefore stocks associated with uranium are surging, at least some of them. So let's just quickly go through the disclaimer statement before we continue further here. Please note our financial services license there. In addition, today I cannot give you personal advice. Please speak to your financial advisor for personal advice. Past performance does not guarantee your future results. Forecast backtests used or discussed in this presentation are intended as a guide only, and those actual results may be affected by known or unknown risks and uncertainties, and therefore may differ materially from the results ultimately achieved. So there's an interesting website there, carboncredits.com, and it had a graph there just the other day. You can update it each day. Uranium spot prices USD per pound. You can see it's just broken through the $100 per pound. So if you see over here, the surge in uranium prices aligns with an increased focus on nuclear energy and global climate change mitigation efforts. Furthermore, rising uranium prices have spurred the revival of uranium mining operations previously scaled back following the 2011 Fukushima disaster. So opening up VectorVest Australia back on the 6th of October, we reported to our subscribers that the uranium spot price was starting to surge, and we went on and we listed a fair few stocks to be aware of. Okay, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to update that. So you may not have heard of VectorVest before. VectorVest provides stock analysis to many subscribers around the world. We look at both fundamental and technical analysis, and we also look at the all-important market timing. When do we look to buy such stocks? Now, turning to VectorVest, there's a tool here called Viewers, and within Viewers is a watch list viewer. Within watch list viewer is a commodities group, and housed within the commodities group is our uranium watch list. So here we are, as of the start of the year, 2 January, for example. Here are all the stocks associated with uranium in one way, shape, or form, 36 of them that we track. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grab the top 10 as of 2 January, and I'll run it forward until the 17th of January as of time of my recording here. You can see, look at that, up a whopping 11% across those 10 stocks. Look at the CXU, 73%, BOE, 29%, BMN, 27%. PDN 24, so a big surge there in some of those share prices. What I'll do here is I'm just going to graph the top 2 or 3 just to show you here. So right click and I'll view the stock graph, and I'll just note 1 or 2 that jump out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm putting on this indicator here called EPS, earnings per share. It's looking at a 12-month leading forecast in earnings. You can see here for Rio, the earnings were starting to go up nicely with the share price. Earnings sort of tapering off a bit, so it doesn't quite jump out at me. And URNM, that's an ETF, so it doesn't have any EPS profile for us to track as such, but you can see a nice pop there in the ETF share price. Here's another one here, BHP, again also associated with uranium, but it's having a little bit of a pullback there. All right, here's one that jumps out, BMN, look at that, Bannerman Energy. It has a continual rising set of earnings. That's what I'm looking for. So associated with uranium in one way, shape or form, with a great set of rising earnings. So that one jumps out. Now to speed things up, I wouldn't keep the analysis back on the 2nd of January. I'd roll it forward until my current date. That's the best way to do it. And then that way you're going to get what jumps out straight away. So there's Bannerman, look, ranked 3rd. These stocks each day are ranked with the best combination of fundamentals and technicals at the top of the list. All right, so VectorVest does all the work for you. The best fundamentals and technicals at the top of the list. And then all I need to do is come in here and I can then graph them. I want to make sure that those graphs have a rising set of earnings. So a great set of rising earnings here, a little bit of a bumpiness here. So I might just wait for the earnings to resume up again. This one's bouncing all over the place, although it's got a great trend. All right, there we are, Bannerman. So Bannerman Energy there really jumps out. Great set of rising earnings. And let's move on here. Paladine, there, PDN, yep, superb. Look at those, huge uplift in the earnings. So there are two that jump out. What you can do each and every day is you can log into VectorVest, come along to the commodities group within watch lists, all right, and then open up uranium and then run your eye down through the top performers. What I'll do, just in signing off here, here's another bit of fun. Let's say if I went back, let's say June last year, right? So I'll go back a bit in time just to show you, right? So there on the, in fact it's July, 3rd of July, all right? These are the top fundamental and technical uranium stocks as listed by VectorVest as of the 3rd of July. I'm going to quick test the top 10, and I'll run it through until early January here. Look at that. So there were the top ones. Look, Bannerman again jumped out. 126, BOE, PDN. These are all the top ones that were jumping out. Now back then, you know, uranium wasn't surging as much as what it was. They managed to return 8.37% against the market on average, which did about 3% for that time period. It was a difficult time in the market. One or two here fell away. So the idea being that you want to get market timing in your favor. You don't just simply want to go and buy whenever you think it might be a good idea. That's a talk for another time on our market timing. Right now, if I'm looking at uranium stocks, then of course I'll roll it forward right through until my current date. And as of time recording here, 17 Jan. Whoop, that's 10 Jan. I'll roll it forward just a teeny bit more there to the 17th. All right, as of that point in time now, this is where I'd begin my analysis, and I'd go through, and the one that we looked at today that was the one that jumped out relative to the other ones. I'm not saying rush out and buy this, please. I cannot give you personal financial advice, but based on what I'm seeing here, with those earnings starting to turn the corner and the share price going up, that's one that jumps out right now in terms of a uranium stock. All right, so if you're new to VectorVest or you haven't seen VectorVest before, take out a trial, go to the commodities group, open up uranium, here are all the top uranium performing stocks at your fingertips each and every day. Hope you got a lot out of it. Until next time, bye for now.